Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start on the rear end of this trail model. Remember, we're turning it into an EX. So there is some things that we're going to have to do to the rear end to make it work. Now, we don't exactly have to mod it, but we have to change some things from side to side. From what I'm thinking we're going to have to. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to, so we're going to find out. But I think we got to change calipers and flip some things, and yeah. So we're going to do that in today's video. I don't quite have the axles just yet, but they are on the way. But I figured, why not get the bigger stuff out of the way first? So I want to thank you guys for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Consider becoming a channel member. Definitely check out the rest of this build. This is like build number 6 or 7, I believe. I'd have to look. You'll know on the thumbnail. So I want to thank Main Street Cycle for sponsoring this whole build. They sponsor everything on my channel 100%. They truly help me out around here. And from what I hear through the grapevine, they've been really helping you guys out as well. And I'm super happy to hear that. And I'm glad that they're able to go a few steps beyond to make sure everybody's getting what they need. They're also able to ship over to Canada and everything else. So keep that in mind. If you need anything, you don't see it on their website, just text them. Their website's new. They're adding things daily to it. So if you don't see it on their website, that don't mean they don't have it, because chances are they do have it. Just send them a text message. Now let's get into this build. So first things first, we're going to want to remove this axle nut. Just get a pair of pliers of any kind, really, and work this keyway out. This cotter key. Sometimes they can be tough. Sometimes they come right out. If they're tough, that's all right. They'll come out. Now, you are not supposed to reuse these, but I do, if they're in good shape. Now, I'm going to use a 32. This one's actually smaller, but a 32 is all I got to work with today. So that's what we're going to use. And we're going to do just that. Cool. All right. Now we're going to remove the brake caliper, but we're going to do it in one piece. You're going to want a 15 millimeter wrench. Get that top one out. It looks to me like we're going to need a caliper because this one's leaking. Just push it just like that. Guess what? She's loose. So now we can remove our hub. We'll set it aside. We need a caliper, guys. We're going to need a caliper. For sure. This is under warranty. So I could get that caliper. This is under warranty, so I'll get that caliper fixed for free. So for this top bolt here, you're going to want a 15 and a 13. 13 goes on the head. 15 goes on the nut. We're going to get this broke loose. Set that aside. We're just going to pop this off. Set that aside. We will grease that bearing. Now, something you guys didn't know. A lot of you guys, some of you did, some of you don't. These shocks I put on here from my 800EX a long time ago. So we do not have to remove these shocks, but we do need to remove this bottom bolt, which again is going to be a 15 millimeter on both sides. And we'll get this bottom bolt removed, but we do not have to remove the top one. 800EX shocks will work on the rear of a trail, but you got to soften the preload, which actually gives you a better ride and can gain you some lift while giving you a better ride. It actually does work, but you got to be careful because these shocks are longer and they will give you too much travel. So you just got to be cautious about where you ride. We have not had any issues of the axles being too much at an angle because they really never get that far. And if you leave the sway bar on, it limits that travel anyway. But we're taking that sway bar completely off. It's actually disconnected on the other side. So sway bar completely off. I highly recommend it, but I'm not going to tell you to do it because it can be dangerous. So, but I do highly recommend it. Oh, yeah, good luck getting that out. Oh, there we go. Now, same deal back here. 13 millimeter. We're going to go ahead and get this one off and taken care of. Now that bottom control arm should come right off of there, just like so. I'm sorry guys, I had you at a bad angle. So we're going to go ahead and undo this one. Okay, the top one can be a pain, but they usually don't seize up like they do on the front. So keep that in mind, and then it just comes off like that. We are going to leave the axles in for now because we don't have an axle. So guys, that's how you get the rear arms and axles and stuff out. Now if you want to get the axle out of the diff, most of the time they'll pull out. Sometimes you just got to give them a little tap with a hammer, but they usually just pull right out of the diff. They're pretty easy. Now I'm going to go ahead off camera and get the other side apart. It's going to be the same way, and then we'll do a video on greasing the bearings and probably changing some bushings in the hub itself, because that side over there actually needs a couple of bushings. I think I have some here, but I'm not real sure. We'll do that in the next video, guys, as well as greasing the bearings. And then after that, when we get the axles, we're going to go back together with it. Right now, I'm running into a slight brake line issue. The brake line is a little different on this 500 trail. Don't worry, once I get it figured out, I'll let you guys know what you got to do. So follow this build just in case you ever have this issue. Now CFMOTO did change the brakes on some of these models, and I think this is one of the models that was different compared to the new one. So your new one shouldn't be like this one, but I don't know because it just varies on models. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out. God bless.